Hello, and welcome to another installment in the Chicago District Golf Association's series on greenskeeping and agronomy. I'm Solow, your host, a longtime member of the CDGA's Greens Committee and a former president of the CDGA, and it's my pleasure today to interview an old friend, Dave Ward. Now, Dave and I first met when he was just a caddy, a teenager, at Idlewild Country Club, not far from here, where he actually used to caddy for my father. Dave went from there to being on Idlewild's greenskeeping crew, working for the great Peter Voykin, then spent some time as an intern with another famous greenskeeper, Oscar Miles. He went to Kenosha Country Club, then on to Ravenslow Country Club, and then took over Olympia Fields, where Dave was honored to be the superintendent for the United States Open that was held at Olympia Fields in 2003. After that, Dave then went to a municipal course in Homewood called Coyote Run. Coyote Run was a complete rebuild of a former golf course, and Dave had an opportunity to do some experimenting, which is what we're going to talk about today. So let's welcome Dave Ward. The topic for today is the use of wildflowers on golf courses. Now, we all understand that it's been a trend in the golf industry to try to go from wall-to-wall green grass, irrigated, manicured areas to more natural areas. The purpose for that is both to make golf courses look more natural and to save money in maintenance. But what Dave has done, and followed some others and been excellent in doing so, has not gone with the complete look of fescue, which most courses do, and has been propagating wildflowers as part of the wild areas in his golf course. So I'm going to ask Dave why he does that. What's the reason for going from the fescue grasses to more of the wildflowers?
Okay, I'd just like to say it's not what I call wildflowers. What we're doing, there are a lot of flowers involved, but we're using flowers and grasses, but they're all native prairie species, which is really important because, as we were talking a little earlier, there are no native turf grasses in the United States. Well, maybe one or two out west, but really no native turf grasses. So all your turf grasses that you're growing in this area all came from either Eastern Europe, Asia, and they have absolutely no benefit for any sort of insect or wildlife other than maybe some mice and voles. So what we tried to do at Coyote Run was create areas that were usable by native pollinators, all pollinators. Honeybees are not a native pollinator, but they're a pollinator. And one of the things that's critical is that pollinate the insects that wind up on the prairie species. A lot of them are specialists in different species. So you'll see one type of insect on certain plants, and the birds and other wildlife that eat the insects can also be specialists. So if you want to keep the bird life varied and have many species, you have to have the insects that they specialize on. And since they co-evolved with the prairies in this area, the prairie plants are the species that they will specialize in. So you're doing it for aesthetics, but you're also doing it to promote nature. We'll talk maybe about some milkweed and monarch butterflies and those sorts of things, but it's really important that you grow the native plants that evolved here to get the native insect and bird species.